Cult of the Lamb is a indie game where you resurrected as a lamb to build and lead a cult, facing challenges, wielding a variety of unique weapons, navigate through a mystic world, make strategic choices, making cultists eat leftovers, and uncover the fate of your cult. Said unique weapons are what we're going to be talking about today. This list will mainly be discussing the 5 main weapon classes and how they compare to each other, so no relics or curses for today. Also, a factor that we'll be including to this list is the weapon's special attack, basic combo, speed, damage, and a bonus brownie point if it looks pretty good, but it's not a deal breaker. Enough said, let's start off the list with the worst weapon, which is... coming at D tier is the hammer. Look, I understand the hammer is a really strong weapon, and in the right cases, it destroys everything. But oh my god, by the time this hammer hits the ground, the enemy's already gone, or I already just took a hit and it cancelled my whole attack. Okay, let's start with the pros at least. The hammer can boast having the highest base damage out of all the weapons to where if you're not one-tapping your foes, you're at least two-tapping them. In addition, every successful hit pushes you back a little bit, which can help protect you from taking a hit from either the enemy you just attacked or somebody trying to get a nice slice of lamb meat. Okay, these are some nice pros. Oh, what do the cons look like though? Now do you see why I have a love-hate relationship with this construction tool? Alright, we already know it's slow, so what is special like? Well, it's even more slower! So the hammer's special has a wind up to where after a second you can move around and then swing around you and in front of you. And that's it. Sure, to move around while holding the special is nice, but swinging the hammer down and rolling then swinging it again is just a lot more faster and deadlier. Plus, you're not going to be taking that many more hits by doing that. Straight into the D's here. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking the hammer, but if it's not the godly hammer, I'm just going to trade it in for something better. Coming in B tier, we have the claws, the gauntlets, as you will. The gauntlets are like wine. They start off bad to the player since they're new and slower than you think. But after an hour, much like wine, you start to like it, as it starts to taste and feel better. But goddamn, you could have so much better, dude. The claws aren't a bad weapon, and they can be really good in some situations, but it's just straight mid tier. Its pros are its really strong damage and its special, which is a good AoE around the limb, which even though it has a little bit of a wind up, is still a lot better than the hammer. But of course, the cons are its slow speed and for its basic attack / combo. While it is capable of doing some good damage, it only really matters if you can manage to hit its finisher or final third hit. Otherwise, it just does the same amount of damage as other weapons. Best case scenario, you can find yourself in a boss that has some kind of attack to where it doesn't really move as much or sprays random poison around that you can spam the special. But like, it's just mid. Let's just move on from here. Oh hey, hold on, why is it in B tier then? Well, but hey, that design though for the claws, this shit killer! Coming in solo A tier, we have the swords. Now, this is what we're talking about! The sword is the most basic weapon in Cult of the Lamb, which hey, don't take it being basic as a bad thing, cause for the first weapon you pick up, it's really good and reliable. Everyone would make fun of people who get vanilla ice cream since it's so basic and go eat a real flavor, but you gotta realize that vanilla is so good that it has become the default flavor, the norm as you should say. You can call it basic, but you just hating outside the club Rocky Road or coffee flavor. I rest my case. So what's so good about vanilla? The sword? Well, it's good speed, has a great combo, and pretty okay damage compared to most. Luckily, this weapon can allow you to hit and run pretty well. So what's keeping it in A tier? Oh god. Yeah, the sword special attack is very similar to the hammer's basic attack. You know, it's fine. It helps deal more damage if something's not moving much, but it's not great. I wouldn't trust it with 2 of my doubloons. It holds you in a standstill and slams an AoE in front of you. But your basic swing can pretty much do the job of being an AoE in front of you and being faster. Plus, I never found myself using this special as I always stick to the basic combo when it comes to this. Overall, this weapon is amazing, but its special isn't the best. I would still use this weapon for the majority of the run though. In S tier, we're starting with the axe. Now, this weapon I see a lot in the fandom being everyone's favorite, and I can see why. It's the Goldilocks level of perfection. Great damage, amazing special attack that's faster than what you think, and That special can hit twice. Even the combo is amazing. Its only real downside is it's slow, but that doesn't even matter, dude. You can do so much damage in a short amount of time. Once you go axe, you'll never want to come back. That was a bar, support me on SoundCloud. But of course, it's not perfect. The speed could be a little bit annoying if you don't have any more devours to use the special. And if the enemy is fast enough to where it's annoying to hit, you know, it could be a pretty doozy. But this weapon takes skill to use and to perfect. It tests the player on everything without being the hammer. The axe is fun and powerful weapon to use, but it ain't the dagger. Yes, if you've been counting, this is the top of the line weapons in Cult of the Lamb. Now hold up, hold the phone. Oh my god, hold that thought. 1, 2, eyes on me. So the dagger is the best weapon in Cult of the Lamb, hands down. It's the fastest weapon, has an amazing combo, and sure, its damage isn't the best, but that doesn't matter when you're shanking everybody in the building because you're faster than they can run. Okay, but how is the dagger better than the axe? Well, it's special. I think I made it clear that a special can make or break a weapon on this tier list. But of course, it isn't everything. But for the dagger, that's all you need to kill. Its special is a line AoE of daggers. Now look, I know it looks similar to the axe, but the axe can only hit twice. The dagger though, can hit multiple times and does so much more damage than it ever needs to do. My favorite fight, and the one that opened my 3rd, 4th, and 7th eye, was against Heka, you know, the frog bishop. I'll paint a picture of what happened and what it was like. You ever see that video of a 1000 green knife cutting through butter or a rubber duck? Now replace that butter with a frog, and you have the fastest bishop fight ever. Don't even have to do the mini bosses in between. So as it stands, the dagger is a clear-cut best weapon in the game. Of course, it is my opinion. So if you think the hammer is not trash and that you love it, well, I simply just don't believe you. Until you comment and tell me why it down below. And remember, to join the cult, and until next time, Saucebreaker out.